me put my mic on. It's Manny Motivate. Again, I'm back at it with another video. And again, we just talking about something very important. And if you're on my channel, you know I love talking about health and semen retention. And so I'll be telling y'all a little bit about my journey today. And yeah, so since I've been on this journey, I noticed that I manifest very quickly. However, there definitely is some scary things about manifesting, because whatever frequency you're on, you kind of manifest things at that frequency. So with that being said, guys, while you're practicing semen retention, you are going to be a powerful being, but you have to realize that you have to put that power in the right place. It's just like Superman and a villain. Like, they're both powerful people, but it just depends on where you put that energy and how you use that energy. So I was walking in the store and everybody holding the door for me, speaking to me. Just the other day, everybody holding the door, and I'm just like, wow, does Wawa usually have this good energy like this? And so I go up to the counter to pay for my items, and my card declined. I keep it locked because I've been having some like shady stuff going on, scamming and all that stuff. So like, I keep it locked. And now I just always keep my cards locked, y'all. I don't know why. It's just a default thing for me to do now, just keep my card locked. It also makes me more disciplined with my money. It's like, oh, okay, well, let me unlock this card, you know? So, so I had to unlock it. It takes only 30 seconds, but you know, 30 seconds nowadays is a long time. You know, people be moving when they driving. People be moving when they in their zone in the store trying to get what they need. And the guy behind me, he was like, yo, man, I got it. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I got it. And I was like, oh, man. And see, what I've learned, if this was me 5 years ago, I would have been like, no, I'm good, I got it. And I would have rejected it all the way until I got my payment, and I would have paid. I've learned that when the universe sends something, you better receive it. You asking for blessings, well, you can't have all those blockages, those internal unconscious blockages that's making you feel like you're so prideful and feeding your ego to think that someone can't do something for you. I used to give. I still give a lot, but I had to realize that when God send me a gift, take it. And you know, I was like, thank you, I appreciate it, man. And I feel like people that are practicing this journey, we are waking up to some things. People can see it, and sometimes you can say something and God just be like, all right, I got you. You believe it, all right, I'll send it to you. And your energy matching that, you know, you walking in the store, you know, opening the door, smiling. People looking and they watching, right? It just opens the door for opportunities for somebody to be like, I got it. Now, if I was all looking all mean and mad, I don't think that would have happened, especially if I was still like fornicating a lot. So that might have seemed like a kind of petty thing, but I'm telling you, especially when you're dealing with people, like, that's just a direct influence from God, because we share consciousness. So you're definitely, while on this journey, going to have huge benefits and huge connections with people. Something I talked about last time, congruence, being able to say what you mean and speak what you want without like holding it in that throat chakra, you know. So you're trying to attract your soul family. When you're trying to attract the woman that you desire, you got to say it with your chest, okay? You got to say it with your chest, because if she don't feel like you confident, why would she want you? First of all, having that congruence and just being like a light bulb walking through the door. Give yourself 3 weeks, 30 days. Just give yourself 3 weeks, I promise y'all, and you will see huge benefits. It's like the power of the thought, the power of the tongue, all those things kind of really get activated. So I try to stay in a high frequency by meditating. I just learned this thing, right? So I'm trying to, do lymphatic drainage. And so I'm, massaging the lymph nodes. Every day I wake up, I do the Wim Hof breath and some things I would like to teach y'all to get this lymphatic area going, get it draining. It wakes you up, y'all. It completely wakes you up. But again, this energy from semen retention is going to make you drop down into your internal consciousness anyway to decide if you're going to, get up and get active. Doing this lymphatic drainage and this Wim Hof, man, I'm telling you, it has been taking me to a whole nother level spiritually. I'm so energetic. I can't really always say I get up real quick, but I will say when I get up, I'm rolling. I'm not up slouching around. It's a really cool thing, but just as well as you can manifest high frequency people and like good luck, you can manifest opportunities suddenly. You also can manifest dark things, guys. So it's very important, especially while you're on this journey, to keep your head right. Because when your head ain't right, you can attract some dark things. I'm telling you, because now on this journey, it will make me a little bit frustrated sometimes and angry. So I'll have to learn how to like move the energy or release whatever I'm feeling. I'm currently trying to change my life. I don't want to work a 9 to 5, even though I'm working in management. I don't really want to work for someone else anymore. I really want to work for myself. I'm trying to transmute this energy into my business. So if you're trying to do this, if you're trying to do the same thing, definitely like, comment, subscribe, join me. I'm trying to create like a little organization where with guys that are spiritual and how we can transmute that to our lives and changing our reality. So if you're building a business or if you're an artist, so I've been places before where I've been bumped and I'm feeling angry. I think it was like TJ Maxx, and this guy, maybe he was feeling all macho, I don't know, and he may have sensed, my energy, and he just bumped me. I was so pissed. I had to really like figure out how I was gonna release that energy because I can cut a fool. I've learned to control my emotions. If I would have exploded, what would it have done for me? Now, another way I could have handled the issue is I could have asked him, did you mean to bump me? And like figured out his response. You might get into a big, deep conversation. You never know. So just because you come across someone's path and it may seem like they're rude or something, I'm telling you, you can always transmute any situation to something good. You just got to learn how to drop your ego, learn how to steer the interaction the way you want to steer it. For me, I just decided to keep it moving. I just decided to keep it moving because I'm still learning some things. I'm still working on me. I'm nowhere near perfect. My dreams have been more vivid and I can correlate my dreams to my headspace. So sometimes I'll be in a dream where they're constantly giving me things and people are like extra nice in my dream. I'm meeting a lot of friends, all these opportunities in my dreams. And then sometimes I go to dreams where everything around me I can't control. If I'm in like a negative headspace before I go to sleep, then my dreams will be like a nightmare. So this is why I say, before you go to sleep, do your meditation, do your Wim Hof breathing, just get all that stuff out of your mind. I have friends that tell me like they can't sleep, like, cause a lot of people come to me about health. I do have a bachelor's of science in public health. People like to ask me stuff about nutrition, health, or what can they do for this, right? And so I tell them, like I say, you're definitely going to experience better sleep, or you probably will need less sleep while you're on semen retention. And when you're meditating, you're going to clear your mind. You're going to stimulate your pineal gland so that it can release that melatonin so you can go to sleep. You don't have to take melatonin. Also, you got to be sleeping at the right time. So for y'all that's going to sleep at 1 and 2 o'clock, well, guess what? Your body's not really producing as much melatonin as it was around 8 p.m. So, or 9 p.m. So like my grandmother always called me a 10 o'clock baby. And I feel like 10 o'clock is a good time to go to sleep. If you sleeping at 1 and 2 a.m. or if you working overnight, cortisol is going to be higher. And I used to work overnight. I try to just make it as dark as I can in the room. Nah, I can't sleep in pure darkness. I ain't gonna lie. And I can't sleep if there's no sound. So I'll play like meditation music. That'll knock me out. Or I need just a little bit of light. Because if I can't see and I hear something abruptly or something like that, it'll just make my nerves bad. So, and I'm working on that. But anyway, sometimes I'll meditate and I'll fall asleep and I'll be dreaming. So you don't want to bring what you picked up out there and it got into your headspace. You don't want to bring that into your bed. You don't want to go to sleep thinking about all that crap that went on earlier in the day. You want to meditate, get that out your mind, and then go to sleep. You're only going to manifest good luck and more opportunities if you are in a good luck headspace. So if you're trying to manifest a certain job or certain people to be around, well, you got to match their frequency. You sad and depressed, you're not even going to want to talk to people. You're going to be overthinking. It's important to keep that headspace clear. Always drop down into your breath. If you can control your heart, you can control your thinking. Control your heart, and then you can control your thinking. That's very important, especially like if I'm like paranoid, then I'll drop down into the heart. I'll breathe. I'll try to figure out what it is that I'm feeling. I'll release it by like talking to myself in a certain way. Yeah, so you're gonna manifest some great things. Just keep your head above water. You know, make sure that you're eating right. And I promise you, you got this. I do Uber. Sometime I do Uber like early mornings, like 5, 6 a.m. Or sometime I do Uber like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. after work or before work. I met this lady. We were talking about health, and then she told me like she was a nurse. Like she ended up figuring out that I have a cleaning business, and then she asked me for a card. So if I was in my head and not looking for a connection, then we wouldn't have started talking about that, and I wouldn't have given her my business card. There was another thing where I had a couple get in my car. One of them sat in the back, the lady sat in the back, the man sat in the front, and they instantly got in the car and they were quiet. But I broke the ice. You ain't gonna get in my car with all that anxious energy. So anyway, we started talking. We was talking. I talked them all the way from, y'all don't know Norfolk, Virginia, but I talked them a long ways, right? I dropped them off. So they were going to a real estate party on a rooftop restaurant, and they invited me in there. I didn't go only because I wasn't dressed. Like they were dressed up. They were dressed up. And I didn't have a suit and tie on, and I wasn't dressed up, so I didn't go. But it opened the door for me to go in there. Like people probably would try to come up to me and ask me, what do I do? And just focus on being at high vibration, focus on good luck, and you'll get the good luck. I'm just real conscious of what I'm doing and the decisions I'm making, and that's all the fault you can be.